Good morning from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My name is Tara Zurcher, and this is my colleague, Bob Walker. And we are coming to you live today from the 7th season of our annual Rethink the Rink Make-a-thon. And for those of you who might not be aware of what the Make-a-thon is it's a really unique partnership that we've cultivated over the last 7 years between 3 powerhouse organizations in Pittsburgh. Covestro, where Bob and I work, is a materials supplier. We have the Pittsburgh Penguins, no introduction needed there, and Carnegie Mellon University, where we have a lot of really bright students who are working on solving a hockey-related challenge using material innovation from Covestro. Now, this year, our challenge is a little bit unique, and we're really excited to see what these students are able to come up with. I'm going to have Bob take it from here and talk a little bit about what that challenge might be.
Thank you, Tara. Happy to be here. Yeah, this year is a little bit unique, as you said, because of a very close to home related incident that happened last fall for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Former Pens player Adam Johnson was playing in Europe, and unfortunately, he suffered a fatal and very tragic accident with a skate laceration to the neck. And it's got a lot of attention here in Pittsburgh, a lot of importance to the Penguins organization. So it was very obvious for us that this year's target area should be neck protection. So the students will be working this week on solving that issue, or attempting to solve that issue, and provide a new, hopefully innovative way to give Pens players and other players in the NHL and in youth hockey protection from this type of tragic accident.
Thanks, Bob. And we have a few great interviews lined up throughout the course of this live stream, and we're going to kick it off with a short video. We're back live from Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I'm here with someone who's been really instrumental over the course of this entire partnership to making it happen. Diana, could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the partnership?
Diana Haidar. I am the faculty director of Techspark, the prototyping facility for the College of Engineering and broader campus at Carnegie Mellon University. We actually have a specialty in technology innovation, and that's what students are doing here this week with the expertise and resources of Covestro Materials Company and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Fabulous. Now, I know we have a really diverse makeup of students this week. Could you talk a little bit about that?
So our students are many mechanical engineering and electrical and computer engineering students. They're ranging from bachelor's through master's programs, but that's not all. We have students from across campus, machine learning, robotics, information technology. It brings a lot of different perspectives, and our students understand that to be really collaborative, they have to see other ideas from many other places.
Awesome. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see students from all these disciplines, what they're able to come up with in terms of this safety application. And last question for you. So this is our 7th year of Rethink the Rink. We're always sold out with students who want to participate. What keeps them coming back for more?
So our students are actually on a university spring break. So they actually should be home resting, but instead they decided that they're going to take on the challenge of making ice hockey safer, and they find all that work and tackling that challenge to be more valuable than staying at home and out of the game.
It's very inspiring. Thank you. Next up, we have Bob Walker, who will be talking to an actual former Pittsburgh Penguins player.
Now we're excited to be able to talk to Tyler Kennedy, a former Pens player and member of the Pens alumni. Tyler, thanks for joining us today. Can you give us an idea of why this is an important topic for the Pens?
Well, I think it's so important because, one, the injuries they could be deadly. You know, they're life-threatening when someone gets a skate up there, and things happen really fast on the ice. And, you know, we've had one instance this year from a kid in the organization who passed away because he got a skate in the neck. So this is hits very close to home, and there's so many kids that are playing and they don't realize how serious a neck injury is through a skate. And sometimes they don't throw their neck guard on. Again, just realizing how important a neck guard is when they put on their hockey equipment.
So when you were playing, how did the rest of your players and you view neck protection?
Well, growing up, I've always had neck gear on, but when you hit junior, when I hit 15, 16, when I put a half visor on, which means I went from a full cage to a half visor, you didn't have to wear a neck guard. So you didn't, because sometimes, or most of the times, they are pretty uncomfortable, and the less, you hold a lot of sweat there in between periods. It's cold putting them back on. You almost need three of them, really, because they get wet so easily. But in junior, I never wore one, and even in pro. And it was not so much, I really didn't think of the safety aspect, and I didn't realize how fast things can happen. And two, it wasn't comfortable for me. And that's why I took mine off. But, moving forward and seeing it and having a child myself, I for sure would put one back on and make my son TK wear them no matter what, because things do happen.
So that's your perspective. What about the current players? What do they think, especially in light of the tragedy of Adam Johnson?
Well, one, I think you have a little bit of a change. You're finally seeing guys leave the neck guard on, and put one on. Guys that see and understand how hard, that skate comes at your neck, all that stuff. And the one thing that's tough is getting those old school guys to change, getting a guy like Sidney Crosby, who hasn't worn a neck guard in, 15, 20 years, to wear one. I think it's hard for, an old dog to learn new tricks, so a lot of the guys don't really move too much on their equipment. So it's more of that next generation of NHL players, future stars, throwing them on, wearing them, because I know the old guys, it's going to be tough for them to switch over. And when you think of young guys, young hockey players, they are always looking for the next new all-star, elite player in the NHL. And whatever he's doing, that's what they're going to do. So hopefully you'll see guys coming on like Bedard wearing a neck guard.
So, Tyler, you've been involved with Rethink the Rink and the Make-a-thon week for the last couple of years now. What is your impression, and what are you expecting to see as the week progresses?
Well, I love seeing these young minds just think outside the box. Some of them, most of them don't play hockey, so you get a different feel, a different thought process on the neck guards. So it's fun to see that. And, this is a very important for the Penguins, for us, because it's making hockey safer, and I think as a parent, you want to make sure your kid, when he steps on the ice, he's safe and he's not going to get hurt.
Thanks, Tyler. It's really great to have you here. We really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us this morning. Thanks again. So now we are here with one of the students that is participating this week in the Rethink the Rink Make-a-thon 2024. I'd like to welcome Isaac Osei. Isaac, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what year you're in and what you're studying?
I'm a first-year student studying mechanical engineering.
Thank you very much. So you're giving up spring break this week, which is amazing and very inspiring, by the way. What has you most excited, and what are you looking forward to the most?
I think in a lot of our coursework and just a lot of what we do as students, it's very conceptual, very theory-based. So unless you do events like this or you join organizations and whatnot, you don't really get a sense of how to be an engineer and how to actually go through the process. So I'm just very excited to really get a sense of what people do in the engineering spectrum, to get my foot in there.
Great, thank you. And what inspires you the most, and what do you hope to get from your experience here when the week concludes?
I think this is a very important issue that we are tackling this week. And as like an engineer, it's our duty to do work that positively impacts the lives of other people. So given the recent events in hockey, we're doing a very important thing here. And I think it's very important for us to come together, figure out a solution, so then our work can be meaningful towards the wider world.
Thank you, Isaac. Good luck this week, and looking forward to seeing the results on Friday. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Tara to wrap things up.
Thank you, Bob. Don't go far.
Okay.
So before I wrap things up, I would really love to shout out Bob Walker, who will be retiring from Covestro in how many days now?
4 weeks.
4 weeks, but who's counting? And Bob has really just been one of the key players in making this happen year after year. And we really appreciate all the work that he's done to help make this program such a huge success. So thank you, Bob.
No, thank you very much for that recognition. It's been a blast.
Good. So with that, thank you for tuning in. And we will be on social media all week long. You can follow along at the Rethink the Rink hashtag, also Covestro on LinkedIn, and Covestro US on X. We are signing off from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.